Jeff.
Who?
The pedophiles! She was so sexy, she was asking for it. Oh, she was only technically a girl. She acted like a woman. It's just so easy to blame a kid, isn't it?
That is Canada's very own Ellen Page in the new movie Hard Candy. Page plays 14-year-old Haley Stark, who chats to an older man online. But when it comes time for them to meet, it's Haley who's controlling the situation. The actress sat down with Seamus earlier this week to talk about this indie film that is getting spectacular reviews.
It was a difficult movie in the beginning for me to even pop in the DVD player, because here's a movie about a young girl and a pedophile, and then she turns the tables on him. And you know it's not going to be easy to watch, but boy, how difficult was it to play, you know, this Avenger and to get into her mind every day that you were on set?
You know, I don't know. Really, it was about just connecting to her emotionally and connecting to her heart. I saw her as this teenage girl who was really angered about something that was taking place in society that she felt was being ignored and justified, and she was just going to do something about it, you know? And she develops this agenda, and she's going to succeed no matter what. And, you know, there's things that anger me, and it was about just connecting to that, to her passion, which symbolically I found pretty beautiful, and just about going with that, you know?
And this rage you have to direct at this man. I mean, this movie is almost entirely two people in a very close confine. Patrick Wilson, who did Phantom of the Opera, now turns around, plays a pedophile. Very risky role for him.
Yeah.
You had to get along well with him, though, in order for you to pull this off.
Yeah, I mean, we met a few days before and had a few days of rehearsal and just very open communication, and I think just developed a trust and an understanding of what was in front of us and what we had to, you know, really finish in 18 days. It was our film schedule, and we just dove into it, you know.
There are some scenes in this that, you know, I have to think when you were reading the script, you must have thought, you can't be serious.
Yeah. I mean, I got the script, and it was like, you know, I couldn't stop reading it. It was so engrossing. And to have a role written for a teenage girl with so much passion and intelligence, you really don't get that a lot.
Well, the last 10 minutes, I was watching, and a friend was waiting, picking me up outside my house, and I just left them there for 10 minutes. You couldn't stop watching it. I have to ask you about Stephen Marshall, which is the case that's, you know, been in the news lately, where, you know, he went down to Maine and shot and killed 2 sex offenders who he saw in an online registry, and then when police approached him, he killed himself. It's actually quite remarkable that that incident happened at around the time that this movie's coming out. Was there ever a concern when you were reading the script that it might in some way promote vigilantism?
No, not at all, because it's a film, and I am definitely not advocating vigilante justice. And the point of this film is that we're not really preaching, we don't really have a message, and I think it makes a lot of people feel uncomfortable because there really aren't any answers with this film. You can't really snuggle up to either character. There's like 2 protagonists or 2, I don't know, 2 heroes or villains, however you want to look at it. And we just ask a lot of questions, really. And
that's, I mean, I know you don't promote that, but you are promoting the idea that young people see this film, huh?
I do think young people should see this film. I mean, it's not often that a teenage girl is written in an intelligent and articulate manner. And usually they just, you know, put on eyeliner and, you know, try and date the cute boy. And that gets frustrating and stereotypical and cliche. And at least here's an extremely intelligent young woman who's very passionate.
It's amazing because you jump at this one, and then when Brett Ratner, the director of X-Men 3, wants you for the role of Kitty Pryde in the new X-Men movie, he has to convince you.
Well, you know, I don't know. I mean, it was very unexpected. I just graduated high school in Halifax, where I'm from,
and he had seen a very early version of Hard Candy.
Yeah, we saw it at Sundance or something, and heard about it, and I was just a little hesitant. I wasn't sure, you know, like making that step, jumping into that world. It's a pretty massive transition, and there was some anxiety, but ultimately decided to do it, and I'm so glad I did. So.
Thank you.
Thanks.